Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we are going to discuss about a poem called Toads by Philip Larkin, and this poem is prescribed in the CHSE syllabus for the second year students of alternative English. Now let's begin with the poem. About the poem and the poet. So Philip Larkin, he is an English poet. Okay, and what are the toads? Toads are small creatures characterized by dry, leathery skin and ugly bumps or warts on its outer surface. They contain poison to defend themselves from the enemies. So ये जो toads हैं, the skin of the toads, it contains some poisonous substance to defend themselves from the enemies. This poem is a poem of 9 stanzas, which is separated into 4 lines. और I've already taught this in class to my students कि 4 line को जब हम ऐसे differentiate करते हैं, then we call it portrayed. Okay, now let's begin. Why should I let the toad work, squat on my life? Can't I use my wit as a pitchfork and drive the brute off? So here the man, the poet, compares his work to that of a toad. That is, he is saying that my work is as ugly and as uninteresting as a toad. ठीक है, और इस तरीके का ugly और uninteresting चीज को why am I allowing it to sit on my head? Why am I allowing it to control my life? क्यों मैं अपना दिमाग इस्तेमाल करके, अपना बुद्धि इस्तेमाल करके इस चीज को, इस ugly चीज को उठा के फेंक नहीं दे रहा हूँ? Like using a pitchfork. नीचे देख रहे हो ये आदमी जो टूल पकड़ के खड़ा है, that tool is called pitchfork. So why am I not using a pitchfork to pierce the toad and throw it away out of my life? और ये जो toad यहाँ पे बार बार ये फर्स्ट स्टांजा में जो इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है toad is compared to the ugly and uninteresting work or his uninteresting job. Okay, so he's saying, why am I letting this horrible job control? Why can't I get rid of this horrible job? 6 days of the week it soils with its sickening poison just for paying a few bills that's out of proportion. You see, every week I toil hard for 6 days. 6 दिन लगातार काम करता हूँ. क्यों मैं काम करता हूँ? ताकि at the end I'm able to pay my electricity bill, my water bill, my rent bill and other checks. For all of that, I'm toiling hard for 6 days together every week. Every week, this work is killing me. Every week, this work is poisoning my life. It's taking away my happiness. And I'm going on doing my work and work and work, all for just a little amount of money. And at the end, he's saying कि मैं अपना जितना इस चीज के अंदर इन्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, इस काम के अंदर इन्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, in return I'm getting very less money. I'm investing, let's say, 10,000 times of my hard work, of my energy, of my time into this job, and in return I am not even getting even 1000 times of वापस. ठीक है, 1000 times पैसा मुझे वापस भी नहीं मिल रहा है, उससे बहुत कम मिल रहा है. So there is no balance between the amount of work that I am doing and the amount of money that I am receiving. The scale, the balance scale is totally, आगे ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है. Balance नहीं हो रहा है. I'm investing a lot of my energy into it. What am I getting in return? The amount that I'm getting in return, that's unthinkable. Lots of folk live on their wits. Lecturers, lispers, lozels, loblolly men, louts. They don't end as poets. He is saying कि ठीक है, मैं काम कर रहा हूँ. I'm doing an uninteresting job in return of very few bucks, very less amount of money. But then there are certain people जिनको काम नहीं करना पड़ता है, but still they survive. Like lots of folk live on their wits. ऐसे बहुत लोग हैं जो कि अपना दिमाग इस्तेमाल करके जी रहे हैं. देयर आर लेक्चरर्स खड़े होके बस अपना जो है गिफ्ट ऑफ द गैब, मतलब ये लेक्चर्स बात करते करते दे आर गेटिंग मनी। डिस्पर्स, वो लोग जो स्टैमर करते हैं। लॉजेल्स, लॉजेल्स कौन है? वो लोग जो वर्थलेस हैं। लॉबलॉली मैन, मतलब योर पंपकिन, मतलब यूजलेस पीपल। लाउड्स, लाउड्स मतलब दोज ट्रबल मेकर्स, किसी का कुछ काम धंधा नहीं है। ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन इज सर्वाइविंग अकॉर्डिंग टू द पोएट ऑन देयर, ठीक है, ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन इज सर्वाइविंग यूजिंग देयर विट। दे आर नॉट पुअर, वो जी रहे हैं, somehow they are surviving, they are not poor. Lots of folk live up lanes with fires in a bucket, eat windfalls and tin sardines. They seem to like it. अब poet कह रहे हैं, there are a lot of people who are poor, who are living in poverty, who are living in miserable conditions, who are living on the roadside, on the pavement, with fires in their bucket. मतलब पहनने को गर्म कपड़े नहीं है, ब्लैंकेट नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. So what they are doing, वो छोटे छोटे बकेट्स में, आयरन के बकेट्स में, they are putting inside coal, they are putting inside waste paper and they are lighting a fire to it. उस तरह वो गर्मी सेक रहे हैं. Eating windfalls, मतलब जो जब मिला, जैसे मिला, कभी फ्रूट्स मिला तो खा लेंगे, कभी छोटा मोटा कुछ मिला तो खा लेंगे, कभी कुछ अच्छा टिन सार्टिन्स मिला तो भी खा लेंगे, जो मिला जैसे मिला जब मिला खा लेंगे. वो भी जी रहे हैं, वो भी कुछ ऐसा कोई तकलीफ नहीं हो रहा है. दे आर ऑल्सो सर्वाइविंग. Okay, now he's saying their nippers have got bare feet, their unspeakable wives are skinny as whippets, and yet no one actually starves. ये जो poor people हैं, ये जो miserable people हैं, living on the pavement without a proper house, their children also don't have any proper clothes to wear, don't have any shoes to wear. They're moving around without shoes. Their wives, unspeakable, सब देखने लायक नहीं है, डिस्क्राइब करने लायक नहीं है, बोलने लायक नहीं है, खराब दिखते हैं. हमारा जो women का definition है, lady like definition है, that definition doesn't even apply to these wives. They're very skinny. They're literally, they have got starving figures, like the whippets, like the dogs, like the stray dogs. Yet, yet they are not dying. Yet they are surviving. How these people are surviving? Okay, now moving on. Ah, were I courageous enough, shout, stuff your pension. But I know all too well that's the stuff that dreams are made of. So he's saying, or he's wishing, that only if I were courageous enough, अगर मेरे पास courage होता, then I would have shouted to my employer that keep your job, keep your pension. I don't need any of it. But then I know ये सब बातें मैं सिर्फ अपने सपनों में कर सकता हूँ. सब बातें I can only imagine. Because this is not going to happen in reality. I know the reality. Reality is harsh. And in reality, I cannot give up my job. For something sufficiently toad-like squats in me too. Its hunkers are heavy as hard luck and cold as snow. So saying that there is something that's pulling me back from giving up on my job. What is that? Something toad-like. Something toad-like is present in me as well. Something toad-like is controlling me as well. It's not the job, but it is something else. Something which is kind of, which is as heavy as hard luck, which is cold, which is ungrateful. What is that? That is my inner need to go on carrying on with that job. Even if I desire to leave job, the need side of me shouts loud that no, don't give up that job. And will never allow me to balnate my way of getting the fame and the girl and the money all at once. So the poet is blaming himself that if only I would have been gifted with the art of flattery, मेरे पास वो नहीं है, अगर होता तो मेरे लिए बहुत आसान होता। फेम, लड़की और पैसे, ये सब मेरे लाइफ को मैं आराम से ले आता, by the use of flattery, by the use of luck, but I don't have any of it. And since I have ये छोटे मोटे dreams of bringing in fame and girl and money into my life, I know that I have to work hard. And for working hard, I need to have a job. That job is going to give me money. Job is going to allow me to settle down in my life. और वो जॉब देख के हो सकता है कोई लड़की मेरे से इम्प्रेस हो जाए, और वो जॉब आगे करते करते कभी ना कभी मुझे प्रमोशन भी मिलेगा, उस प्रमोशन के हिसाब से मुझे पेंशन, राइट? सो ही इज सेइंग दैट आई नीड दिस ब्लडी जॉब, even if the desire I desire to leave this job, the need in me doesn't allow me to let go of this job. So you see, there's a struggle between the desire and the need, right? Now, here saying that even if I'm dissatisfied with my job, with my life currently, with my work environment, with the situations, yet I know that in reality, if I let go of this job, I will be nothing at the end. Because this job gives me identity. This job gives me money. And without identity, without money, I know I cannot survive. Okay, so here the poet is struggling with two toads. One toad is his work, sickening work, work that kills him at the end, work that is unforgiving, unappreciated. And second toad is his inner need to continue with his work, his inner voice that keeps on telling him that no, you have to work, you have to work. Want to do anything in your life, you have to work. If you want to achieve anything in your life, you have to work. What if the work is unrewarding? Doesn't matter. Go on with the work. Carry on with the work. And he knows that cannot let any of this, any of these toads go. He cannot let go of any of them. He has to keep on holding on to them. He cannot survive otherwise. Right. Now in this slide, there are some points to focus. The poem explores the confines of everyday work, of course. Then, toad is a metaphor used to describe a vocation or activity that is forced upon an unwilling individual. So, toad, as we know, that's ugly and it has got hops, right? Now, that ugliness and the sickening poison over here of the toad has been compared to the ugly work, the ugly job that the poet is forced to do because he needs money after all. Okay, and metaphor, what do you mean by a metaphor? Metaphor is a figure of speech where two things are compared, unlike things are. Okay, now let's reach the end. Thank you. The end.